I literally don't know why every single time I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to open up, I'm gonna start my stream. I always forget to, I don't know, change the name of the stream. Oh god. It's okay. Everything is fine. It's all fine. You can see that I have my Twitch stream information open. Just ignore it. It's okay. Hi Dutch. Hi. You weren't here forever. What are you doing here? I swear my cats know when I'm busy and they're like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get in your way. Moving on. Today we're on lesson 3. So yippee, lesson 3. Let's go. That's just like perfectly out of shot. Like he's still on my stuff. So today we're learning Korean verbs and adjectives, which you can see over here as well. You can see on both sides. We're gonna have more vocabulary, like we always do. Oh my god, wait! We have 10 followers. Hi! Z Shazam. Hello. Thank you for we reached my follower goal. I wish I had something. You can see my cat. Dad, you want to celebrate? He is not. Yay! I am doing swell. How are you doing? Hey, baby. Mwah. Yeah, get off my desk. He jumped up here as if he knew it was going to happen. Yay, 10. I realized I don't have my follower goal on here. I'm doing pretty okay. Every time I start my stream, I always put the wrong stream name on it, so then I have to figure out how to fix that, which I don't know how to do, so I just cancel the stream, turn it back on. But today is language learning, so you're in for a treat. If you're here because you actually want to learn Korean, amazing. If you're here to keep me company, also amazing. I'll take it. I'm happy with pretty much anything, honestly. So on OBS, which is a software I use, you have like the stream information. If you update it on here, it doesn't work. But if I go into like my actual Twitch settings, I can change it on there, which is why I have it open. Oh, okay. Well, welcome to my study stream. I only do study streams on Tuesdays, and I do video games the rest of the week. But I'm glad to see you stop in. Yeah, I mean, there's not. I like OBS. I started off with like Twitch Studio, which if you never use Twitch Studio, I mean it's easy to set up, but it kind of sucks. OBS is harder to set up, but it's a lot better. Like you have a lot more options and a lot more things you can change, so I like OBS. I did. How was I gonna know? It was my first stream. Someone actually got on my stream and said, "Hey," they said, "Hey, you need to get OBS," and I said, "Okay." So I got it. All right. I need to get back on track. I get off track really easily. Today we're doing lesson 3, which is Korean verbs and adjectives. We are gonna go back over what we learned previously, which was the alphabet. So we learned how to write / read Korean alphabet, saying questionable, the co-working tag. I honestly, one second. Co-working. Okay. I didn't even know that was a tag. Ah! I can only add 5. I didn't even know it was a big community. I just wanted to do, I had friends that were like, hey, I want to learn Korean. And I was like, I should brush up on it. So I just kind of I was like, on Tuesdays, come join me, and that's what I've been doing. Did I update it? No? Yes? I did. I updated it. Okay. Alright, so we did learn saying, not so much, but I have a very American accent when speaking Korean. Not super bad. Okay. That's very interesting. I did not know that. I didn't even... This is mostly just a, Well, hey, I'm glad you're here. Um, do you already know Korean? Just, figuring that out. So, I have other... I also post on YouTube. I post these on... I export them and post them on YouTube. Um, usually on the weekend if I remember to do it. But we learned the alphabet. So we have all the... These are kind of out of order. These are like the regular ones. These are your normal consonants and then your normal vowels. So k, n, d, d, m, b, s, j, and h. And you have I, a, o, u, o. And then you have like double consonants, kind of thing, where like you say them slightly differently, but you aspirate them versus not aspirating them. I don't hear a difference. I can't say a difference, but we'll get there eventually. And then it's either... and this is like circle if it's at the first of the if it's either the first letter of like your... I don't even know what it's called. I'm blanking. If it's the first letter, it's silent. If it's the last letter, it's an NG. And then we have a bunch of vowels. A lot more vowels than English has. Ya, yo, you, yo, we, wo, we, wa, we, ye, we. That was the alphabet. And then we did go over lesson 1. We had the words we had to learn. So 한국어, 도시, 이름, 저, 나, 나무. Oh my god. 남자. I skipped ahead. 여자, 이, 후, 저, 것. And you can say 이것 to say this thing, or 그것 to say that thing. And this is like that you previously were talking about. And this is 저 as in like something far away, something you can see, you just can't touch. That's the difference between 그 and 저 when it comes to that. We have 의자, which is chair. I'm sitting in a chair. 탁자, 선생님, 침대, 집, 차, 사람, 책, computer. I'm on a computer, obviously. 나무, sofa, 중국, 일본, 일본, 문, 의사. When I was first learning Korean, just a funny story, like 의자 and 의사, I was like, how many kids call doctors chairs on accident? I just want to know. 학생, 이다, 네, and 아니. So, and then we learned they did kind of go over a couple ways to say hello and greet people. So, 안녕하세요, 감사합니다 versus 고마워요 for thank you. One's more formal, one's a little less formal. 잘 지내세요? How are you? 제 팔, please. We learned how the sentence word order goes. So we have subject, object, verb, and subject, adjective. So when we say, oh, I eat food, that's how we say in English, right? We say I eat food. In Korean, you say I food eat. It makes sense once you start learning it. I don't know, maybe? I just kind of go with it. If they say that's how it works, that's how it works. We learned some particles. So nun versus un. Nun is used after if a word ends in a vowel, we use nun. So 여자, yeah, like 여자, nun. That's how we'd say it. Versus un, which is used if it ends in a consonant. So check, so it'd be 책 un. Same with object, as we have rur and ur. So again, let's say 남자, 남자를, and I'm trying to think of another. Let me go back up to our words. 집, 집을, and then ita is is like to be something. So like I am a man, I am a woman. I would say, like 여자는 네, 저는 여자을 있다. Well, we haven't learned how to conjugate the actual words yet, so that's kind of what we're going with. I don't think we learned to conjugate until lesson 5 with this particular resource. And then we had lesson 2, which was Korean particles, which is i and ga. And we had a lot more words that we learned. We learned nara, kabang, 창문, 잡지, 방, 냉장고, 개, 강아지, 고양이, 뒤. I was thinking ear, I don't know what. 뒤, just rat, pen, 전화기, which also, they also will turn 전화기 when you're saying like phone. If you're talking like cell phone, a lot of time it'll just be phone, well, like PON, phone, or 핸드폰, which is just me having guilty knowledge. 커피, 식당, 건물, 미국, 캐나다, 호텔, 학교, 운행. These are my boys. 여기, 있다. Yeah, so I write. I have a whole tablet that I do all my writing on. When I'm not using my tablet, I literally just put my keyboard goes on my tablet, and then when I do this stream, or I draw sometimes digitally, I just move my keyboard and like move my little wrist rest and just move it out of the way, and then I can use my tablet. I like it. Wacom tablets, amazing. I used to have a Apple like iPad thing, and instead of using the Apple pens, I would just buy the Wacom pens because I liked them better. So when I sold my iPad, I was like, oh, I still want a tablet. And I was really tired of having a screen tablet, so this one doesn't have a screen. It's literally just drawing on it. The screen is your screen. I like it. Different sizes. I'm not trying to sell you on it, but I like them. And then television. And then I'm gonna use my wonderful stuffed animal here to do all the like where things are in relation to something, just because it makes it easier. An, which is inside. We meet yo. Dwi up. So there you go. And then of course we learned about I and ga usages usually. So I have a lot of shorthand. So this is for sentences with adjectives, because with adjectives you don't have objects in sentences with adjectives, which is where I and ga come into play. Because instead of using ru and ur, you're going to use I and ga. You can use that in a sentence with adjectives, from my base understanding of how they explained it in the last chapter. It's also used when you're stating a fact. ru and u can be like comparing something from like a previous sentence, or something you had previously talked about, like someone else said. You can like it could be used to compare. It doesn't always have to be used to compare, but it can maybe make it sound like a comparison from my understanding. And then we learned which is to denote a place or time. So 나는 학교에 있다. So I am at the school. And that basically sums up the first 3 lessons. I am only going to go back 3 lessons. So next week, I'm only going to go over lesson 1, 2, and 3 instead of going back over the alphabet. And I didn't really go over the alphabet that well anyway, so it's fine. So let's hop right into lesson 3, Korean verbs and adjectives. Today, obviously, we're going to have vocabulary. We're going to have some quick notes about verbs and adjectives. Then we're going to jump into specifics about verbs and then adjectives. And then a possessive particle, ui. To like, 좋다, and that an H, 좋아하다. And then we, us, and our, 우리. So that is what we're going to do today. Let me get over. Let us jump in here. So vocabulary. I usually say it. I usually try to say it, and then I write it down, and then I play the audio that they have. So we have 음식, which is food. Let me get this. Come on. And I think I write these letters technically incorrectly. So don't go based off how I write things. I didn't even write shik. I just said whoops. Shik. Food.
음식.
I mean, I sounded almost right. We have keiku. Keiku. Again, when it's like a weird, I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be like more aspirated. Keiku. I just want to listen to it.
케이크.
Keiku. I don't know. I can't hear the difference. And maybe eventually I'll hear the difference. I just don't hear it at the moment. And it's cake. And then we have Bonhang. Bonhang Airport. Bonhang.
공항.
Bonhang. Yongwon. Yongwon. One? Yeah. Yongwon. Hospital? This one I know for a fact I spelled it incorrectly. Like my B's. I know I spelled those wrong too. It's okay. I don't know if it has to be below or if it can be up top like that. I don't know. I just write it that way. I'm sure someone will get on me about it eventually, but that today might not be today, so it's okay. Did I already listen to this?
공원. 병원.
Why did I write park and okay, well, we're losing it. We are losing it. Gyeongwon is hospital. I was getting happy. Hospital. And then we have Hongwon, which we already listened to, so that's my bad. That's park. And then we have Hangugo, which is the Korean language, so that's what we're learning together is Hangugo. Let's see. Okay, let's make sure I'm spelling it right. Korean. Yay. And then we have Mori, Dali. I meant like covered the blanket, but it's here, I promise. So Mori, Dari, Sonkara, Hui, Har, Nun, Ib, Be. Yeah, let's write those all down now. Let's listen to all of them and make sure I said them right. And then
머리, 다리, 손가락, 귀, 팔, 눈, 입, 배.
wow, we did great. We did great. Okay, now we have to write that down. Ah, okay. Let me actually a little further over. Why am I spelling Mori? Head, body, leg, bone, para. Ah, wait, I did that wrong. I'm making it tall. I'm not gonna be able to fit it if I make it tall like that. So, uh, hi, hi, doctor. How are you doing? I'm surprised you're here. Oh, did you take today off? It's Tuesday, yeah. I'm happy to see you regardless. Wow, you took the whole week off. I'm a little jealous, but I mean, I took maybe it was 2 weeks ago. I just took the entire week off because I didn't want to go to work. So, um, you know, so we have Queen. I'm gonna move this actually so I can actually see what I'm doing. Okay. Ear, her. Wait, her, not bar. Okay. Wait, 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 wait. Her. This arm. I like how we learn arm, par, and finger, sonkarak, but not hand. Like there's something in the middle here that we're just missing entirely. And let's see, nun, I, and then ib. We're gonna like run out of space. That's gonna bother me, but it'll be okay. Ib. Korean hokey pokey is different. There's no hand bones. uh, you know what? Apparently not. Ib. No. And then it's gonna be on a different page. It's gonna bother me for the rest of my life, but it's okay. It's fine. It's okay. Um, let's see. And then stomach. All right. So now we have bosu, bus. Let's write it down. Ba, su, su, bus.
버스,
Bosu. And be again. So be can either mean stomach or boat. I guess I'll just have to go bussin. I mean You got the first almost correct, so I'll take it. So be and be can either mean stomach or boat, so I guess we're just gonna have to go based off context clues, because English is like that too. So no worries. And then we have Uri, which is us/we. Us. Alright, we'll play that.
우리,
Uri. Okay. So now we got verbs and adjectives. I don't really like actually move things around based off verbs or adjectives. I kind of just put them in order and call it a day, because I don't doesn't necessarily help my brain if I put them all like, oh, this is a verb or this is an adjective. Like I think I know what to do. I know that to do something is a verb versus being beautiful is an adjective. I would hope I know that information. Um so the first verb we got is 먹다. 먹다. So let's ah, I know I spelled it. 먹다. And that's to eat. And then we have 가다, 가, 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 가다, to go. I'm kind of just going to go down this list and we'll listen to them when we get there. To go. 만나다, to meet. 만나다. Meet. And we're going to listen to them and see how close I got.
먹다,
먹다,
가다,
가다,
만나다,
만나다, 만나다. We're doing great. How is moving going? Are you happy to be in your new place? Assuming you're still here. Really loud noise, I'm sorry. Another loud noise. It is always stressful moving. 5,000 pounds to the dump? Oh, what? Wow. That's a lot. It's a lot. I don't know if you're being like facetious or if like that's the actual number. I have a feeling that's kind of the actual number. That's how I'm feeling. All right, so we're gonna learn to close, which is dada, da da. That's insane. I cannot believe that. Which is to close. I'm assuming like to like close like. That's so many pounds. What the heck? Wow. And then so dada is to close. Your yorda is to open. I want to listen to those.
닫다, 열다,
Yorda. Okay, yeah, yor. That's literally insane. I honestly, Jorda sounds Nordic weird. Jor? Where? Which one? Which word? Like the English version? Oh, so your, the. So like the R and L, it can be like interchanged. Dude, if you open the stream, you can literally see the words I'm learning. I guess actually you can't read. Oh, well that would that would explain. Ah, I'm scrolling on the wrong thing. That would explain it. Never mind. Sorry. Guilty knowledge. Yeah. So it sounds like Nordic. Röda. Yor. I mean, I can hear it. Funky. Alright. Next word is one. Wanhada, which is to want an object. I don't know what the difference is. To want not an object, but okay. One hada. To want. 만들다. 만들다. 들. I feel like I'm saying that wrong, but I mean we'll hear it eventually, so it'll be okay. 만들다. Which is to make. 만들다. I don't know what that K is. It looks like an uppercase R. We're gonna actually just redo that. We're gonna redo both. Make. That's also just as bad. Moving on.
원하다,
원하다.
만들다,
만들. 만들. Whatever. 하다, which is to do something. Well, 하다 is just to do. To do. And 말하다, to speak. 말하다, to speak. All right, let's see.
하다, 말하다,
말하다. Very interesting. So now we're learning 이해하다, 이해하, 이해하다, to understand. I don't understand the word. I don't understand 이해하다. I'm not saying 이해하다. 이해하다. To understand. Okay. 좋아하다, to like.
이해하다,
이해하다. I think I said that right.
좋아하다,
좋아하다. I don't know why I can't get that.
좋아하다,
좋아하다. I'm just saying it weirdly. I think it's right. I just think I'm saying it weird. Let's see. 좋아하다. To like. 그다. It's the weird one again. The weird one I can't figure it out. 그다. To be big. 그다. 그다.
크다,
They say it weird. I don't know. I don't get it. I'll get it eventually. Today is not that day though. 작다, to be small. So 크다 is to be big. 작다 is to be small. What if I want to be tall? or short. We'll probably learn that eventually. I'm probably getting ahead of ourselves. 작다, to be small. 새롭다, 새롭다, to be new. Don't worry, we'll listen to these all eventually. Have someone who actually knows what they're saying, and not just me. 새롭다. I hate when I have to use this L. Okay. The L and R. Clear. 새롭. 새롭다. To be new. And 낡다. To be old. Okay, I got it right. First time's the charm. To be old and not old age. I probably should remember that. I bet it's very like confusing to like listen to someone. Why I'm scrolling on the wrong page. Oh, my. I honestly like. It reminds me like when I was like trying to like watch other people learn stuff. What game were you playing? I got off track, but it's okay.
새롭다. 낡다. 낡다.
There's no way. There's no way it sounds like that.
낡다.
No, there's just no way that it sounds like that.
낡다.
Okay. I don't think I ever learned it.
작다.
I bet it's probably throwing you off a little bit because you're like, why are these strange? Why is like half the words I understand, the other half are just gobbledygook. Alright. 비싸다. 비싸다. Let's see. A double S. To be expensive. Sounds like my cats. They be expensive. So 비싸다 is to be expensive. 싸다 is to be cheap. So, you know. I mean, gobbledygook. I'm glad you're enjoying it, and I'm glad you stopped in to say hi. I made it to 10 followers at the beginning of the stream. It was really funny because Dutch was on my keyboard when I got them, so I didn't know how else to celebrate. So I like picked Dutch up, and I'm like, the cat's celebrating for us.
비싸다. 싸다.
Sa. I don't know why I can't. Like, I don't know why I can't hear the difference. Maybe like I do hear the difference, just a little bit.
손가락.
Son, sa. Trying to listen to the difference.
싸다.
Sa. They just sound. I like this one. Like just sounds like they're trying to like force it out faster. Sa, 싸다, 비싸다,
비싸다.
비싸. Versus son, so, sa. No. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Maybe I just don't know what the difference is, and it's fine. It'll be okay. All right. We're very close to getting done with the vocabulary, so let's just let's get through this. We have 아름답다, 아름답다. I think to be beautiful. Let's see. 아름다. 아름답다. To be beautiful. I can't finish the word, so to be beauty. Well, no, I mean close enough. 동동 둥둥 둥둥하다. To be chubby / fat. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I have to listen to that. I don't know. Obviously, we have to start with 아름답다 for beautiful.
아름답다.
And then 둥둥하다.
뚱뚱하다.
둥둥. 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 둥둥하다. Alright. 둥. 둥. 하다. To be. I can only fit to be fat, so what it is. 길다. To be long. 길. 길다. To be long. And 좋다. To be good. I can't even spell that correctly. Trying to spell it. Oh. It'll be fine. I know it is. 좋다. To be good. Let's listen to those.
길다. 좋다.
Awesome. And now, the last three of the vocabulary, aka the adverbs. Gross. We got 아주 and 매우 for very. I wonder if they'll go into the difference of them. Nope, they don't. Stellar. Let me give me 1 second. Okay. All right. Probably should have made more, but it'll be fine. 아주. I don't know what the difference between these are. 아주, very, and 매우. 매우, also very. And then 너무, which is too, or very. Okay, well, they have 3 different words for very. Amazing. 너무, too, / very. Stellar. We're gonna listen to all those.
아주. 매우. 너무.
Awesome. So, that is the vocabulary for lesson 3. Yay! We got the vocabulary done. Woohoo! And now we're going to go jump into quick notes about Korean verbs and adjectives. Okay, now is the time. Now it's time to get serious. Now it's time to start learning things that you can apply to any verb or any adjective. There are a few things you need to know about Korean verbs and adjectives. I've said this twice before, but they're gonna say it again. Every Korean sentence must end in either a verb or an adjective. This includes 있다, 이다 and 있다. Yeah, have a good time building Legos. Thank you for stopping, and I was happy to see ya. Every sentence absolutely must have a verb or adjective at the end of the sentence. You should notice, it took me once to notice, that every Korean verb and adjective ends with the syllable da. 100% of the time, the last syllable in a verb or adjective must be da. Look up the vocabulary for the lesson if you don't believe me. In addition to ending da, many verbs and adjectives ends with two syllables. Hada. Hada means do. Verbs ending in hada are amazing because you can simply eliminate the hada to make the noun form of that verb adjective. Confused? They're confused. So we got some examples. So you have 행복하다, which is to be happy. And you have 행복, which is happiness. You have 성공하다, which is to succeed. And you have 성공, which is success. You have 말하다, which is to speak. And you have 말, which is speech/words. You have 손취하다, achievement. And you have 손취, which is just, so 손취하다 is to achieve. 손취 is achievement. You have 취득하다, which is to aspire. And you have 취득, acquire, not to aspire, acquire. And then 취득 is acquisition. Very interesting stuff. Very cool. So I feel like writing that down. That sounds like important. Let's see. Remove becomes noun. Very interesting. So let's go back through our words because I know a couple of them end in hada. So 둥둥하다 is to be fat. So 둥둥 is fat or chub, apparently. Or 좋아하다, to like. 좋아? I don't know that. No, that didn't sound right. Is it just verbs? Oh, yeah, it's just for verbs. I'll write that. Only verbs. Okay. Look at that. We're learning. All right. So now we have some Korean verbs that we gotta make sentences with, I guess. So they're going back over how to use the particles. So when you're putting together a sentence of I eat food, you have 아는, because you have to add the particle. And then you have food, and food, because you have to add the particle. And then you have eats at the end, so I food eats. And to make that a sentence, you just replace the words. So you have 저는 음식을 먹다. So obviously that's not conjunctionated. So it's not something you would say out loud, but I'm saying it out loud because we're learning. So you have 저는 음식을 먹다. I eat food. So it's presented like the structure of the sentence. All we're focusing on is the structure of the sentence. We haven't learned how to conjunctate the verbs for actual spoken Korean yet. So you're never gonna say out loud in a sentence 저는 음식을 먹다. You would conjunctate it to 저는 음식 먹게요? Something like that. 먹었습니다. Something like that. You would conjunctate it. Which we're gonna get into in a couple lessons. I just have guilty knowledge. obviously. It's a problem. So we're going to go over some sentences to just look at some examples. So they have I make cake. So you'd say 나는 케이크를 만들다. I make cake. Obviously, you're going to conjunctate it.
나는 케이크를 만들어. 저는 케이크를 만들어요.
So 나는 again is informal. So that's an informal statement that you would say to someone younger than you, someone you have a really close relationship with. Someone usually around the same age or younger, you would use very informal language with them. The 저는 sentence is medium formality. But you could like use that with people older than you, stuff like that. We have I want a boat. So you have 나는 배를 원하다. And again, just to go back to 배 can mean stomach or boat. So this would be a context clue. No one's ever gonna say I want a stomach unless they're creepy. So you would naturally be like, oh, they're talking about a boat. They want a boat. Oh, the next sentence is fun. So 나는 한국어를 말하다. I speak Korean.
나는 한국어를 말해. 저는 한국어를 말해요.
Do I speak Korean well? No, but technically I can speak it sort of, so I go to the park. So 나는 본원에 가다. So instead of using 르 or ư, they're using 에 because it denotes a place, which we learned in last lesson is 에 gets substituted when we're talking about a place or time. So that is why it is not ư or 르. So there you go. We have I close the door. 나는 문을 닫다. Close the door. I open the window. 나는 창문을 열다. Remember that sentences with verbs don't necessarily need to have an object in them to allow in them if the context allows for it. So you can say I understand. 나는 이해하다. Yeah. And say I understand. You can say that. We're going to listen to the conjunctionated versions of that.
나는 이해해. 저는 이해해요.
So that's verbs. That's quick. Let's start playing this. We're doing well. Next is Korean adjectives. Korean adjectives, just like Korean verbs, are placed at the end of sentence. The main difference between verbs and adjective is that an adjective can never act on an object. Notice in the sentences below, there is no object being acted on. Adjectives are easy to use. Just put them into sentences with your subject. Reading got sidetracked. Okay, we're back on track. So we have I am beautiful. 나는 아름답다. I am small. 나는 작다. This bus is big. 이 버스. So 이 remember is this. So they're saying this bus is big. So 이 버스는 크다. This bus is big. That hospital is new. So 그 병원은 새롭다. New. So that hospital is new. Sorry. Oh, this park is very small. So okay, so we're putting very and all these together now. So 이 공원은 매우 작다. And that person is fat. I've never said that out loud, but we're gonna just practice sentence. 그, which is that, 사람은 person, 그 사람은 능등하다. All right. Next we're learning is the 왜. Some I don't know. Possessive particle. Let's learn about that. Possessive. So I'm assuming when they say possessive, they mean like this is mine. I mean, obviously we're gonna learn in 4 seconds, so it'll be okay. So the pronunciation of the letter u, ui, can change depending on how and when it's used. Lovely. You might want to check out the section where I discuss the pronunciation of ui in the pronunciation guide. I think that we should do that. I think that sounds like a wonderful idea. Let's do that. Where is it? The pronunciation.
의, 부, 주, 들, 글, 쓸, 늘. 의, 부, 주, 들, 글, 쓸, 늘.
Aside from ui, you will rarely or never come across the other syllables. Just pay attention, more attention to the sound that is being made. So, ui. Interesting. So, officially, the correct pronunciation is the first one, but the following are alternative pronunciations that are also seen as acceptable and are common in speech. So, I can get away with it, is what I'm hearing. So, we're winning on that front. All right, so learn how to say it properly. Let's get right into it. So, we already know that I in Korean is da or na. The ui particle that indicates that one is the owner or possessor of another object. So, like mine, or like this table's or this cat's. So, like the apostrophe s that in English we use. So, when we want to say my book, we would say 저의 책. 저의 책. My car, 저의 차. That person's car. 그 사람의 차. My finger, 저의 손가락. You can use these words in sentences you are familiar with. So the teacher's car is big. So we're saying the teacher's car is big. So it'd be 선생님의 차는 크다.
선생님의 차는 크다.
네. I want the teacher's car. So 나는 선생님의 차를 원하다. And obviously they can conjugate that. My finger is long. 나의, I don't know why.
나의 손가락은 길다.
나의 손가락은 길다. My finger is long. If you're like saying, oh, I'm meeting with my friends, like you don't have to use the particle. because obviously you're not gonna say 나는 나의 친구. Like you can omit it because like obviously if they're a friend, they're probably your friends because you're not gonna call a random stranger your friend, like a friend. So you can like omit it sometimes. And it looks like we're learning 좋다 and 좋아하다. So to be good and to like. Am I crazy? Yeah, to like. Yeah. So 좋다 to be good. 좋아하다 is to like. So 좋다 is an adjective that means good because 좋다 is an adjective. We can't use it with any other adjectives. So this food is good. 이 음식은 좋다. That teacher is good. 그 선생님은 좋다. The school is good. 이 학교는 좋다. There's also 좋아하다, which is the verb meaning to like, because 좋아하다 is a verb. You can use it like any other verb. So, I like this food. 나는 이 음식을 좋아하다. Or I like that teacher. 나는 그 선생님을 좋아하다. Yep. Obviously, we're going to learn how to conjugate it later, but the main difference is 좋다 is an adjective, so it cannot act on an object. Whereas 좋아하다 is a verb, which they can act on an object. So there can be an object in that sentence. So if something is denounced as lu, lu, or lu, we can't have it can't add an adjective. You can't have that when you talk about adjectives. So no objects with adjectives. Let's get out in our heads. No. If there's an adjective, you can't have an object. If it's a verb, you can have an object. So awesome. And I think the very last thing in this lesson, which is we, us, and our, which is 우리. So just gonna read it kind of plain. At this point, I would like to introduce you to the word 우리, which you can see from the vocabulary list of this lesson translates to us or we. In English, even though they are technically the same word, the usage of us or we depends on its location within the sentence it is used in. Just like I and me. If the word is the subject of a sentence, we is used. For example, I like you. We like you. However, if the word is the object in the sentence, the word us is used. For example, he likes me, he likes us. In Korean, they don't make that distinction. It's just 우리 both ways. So, we like you. 우리는 너를, which I think no is a way to say you. 좋아하다. So, we like you. They did not conjugate a higher formality for that, so they just have 우리는 너를 좋아해, because there's no way to say politely you in Korean. Interesting, but we're learning something. The teacher likes us. 선생님은 우리를 좋아하다. So we just changed where it's at. We changed that it's went from an we changed from it being an object from it being a subject to an object. But the word stays the same, whereas in English we would change it from we to us. There is a formal version of 우리, which is 저희. However, even in formal situations, it's still acceptable to use 우리, which is very interesting. I'm gonna write that down just because I want to know. I just want that information, guilty knowledge for the future. So, 우리, informal, and 저희. 저회. Wait, what? I don't know. Formal. And that concludes lesson 3, I think. It does. They have a lot of different things that you can work on, aka your listening skills, vocabulary, grammar, sentence practice, all sorts of stuff to help you with. If you ever are like, hey, Butters, like, we should do that, just let me know. We can do that. I'm kind of just skipping over it just because, like, I have lots of practice already. Guilty knowledge. This is me coming back like 6 years later, relearning stuff. So it is what it is. But thank you so much for tuning in, like always. I really appreciate it. We hit 10 subscribers today. Well, followers. Yeah, followers, but very exciting. The Big 10. Whoop, whoop. Guys, have a good one, and I'll be back tomorrow. At least I should be back tomorrow. We will see. We will see. I should be. Thank you so much, and y'all have a wonderful day. Bye.